Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, where we are, collective. This is not a tarot reading. It is a collective download that I'm getting. This is also for me to use for myself, so you're not alone. I've been using it actually, but this is for you to awaken to your dark feminine, your Shakti energy. All right. And your Shakti energy is that creative life force energy of unconditional love, grace, beauty, just your creative. And it's not a forceful energy, by the way, it is a flowing energy. So I guess I'm on my computer. Sorry. So it's an energy that you want to awaken. It's been laying dormant inside you for eons and eons of lifetimes. Okay. So welcome to Ignite Your Soul, Merging Two Worlds. This is what I do here. Yeah. So I'm the boss of this energy. So I know how to work it. But at this time of the eclipse, and I do got some highlighted, you can take a snap picture of that in case you want to memorize any of it. But they're just my notes personally, so I can start from why I come here with channel downloads and messages is because I have been on this personal path myself. I call it the middle path, the unknown path. So it may be unknown to you. I'm going to make it known today. Your dark feminine energy. And there is also, at the time of the eclipse, it's how to use this in your relationships. Okay. So, number one, right now it's time of the eclipse. It is in, get back, Leo, or no, Aries, my bad. It, wait, hold on 1 second. This well, how's everybody today? Are you feeling the energies? Is it working out for you? Or is it showing up in different ways, like endings or new beginnings? All right. Hey, it's enough. You want to go outside? Stop. 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 Sit down. Chill out. All right. Thank you. That might happen again, but we're just going to keep going. So the Shakti energy is your sacral chakra. Okay. It's been blocked, closed off, shut down, beaten, abused, sexual trauma, whatever it is to you, collective. Um, but it has been manipulated and misused. Either you are doing it and you are unaware of it, and just given your sexual energy, your sacred energy of the divine feminine, dark feminine and light feminine aspects away. You're giving it away. And what I mean by this is in a relationship. Okay, wait, let me back up. There's goddess energies that you can work with. That's what I'm being told. So Hecate, Medusa, even the goddess Aphrodite, goddess of love. Okay. Because the feminine energy and the masculine energy is in all of us. However, as you know, the Medusa story was she was hurt badly and she started to misuse her power and her energy where she was angry to turn men into stone, right? We're not going to do that here. What has changed in that situation is for the feminine to step into all her power and take back, um, instead of using the pain to manipulate like the opposite sex has done to Medusa, right? Um, there's a lot of deceit, mistrust, um, just heartache and pain that the feminine energy has carried for eons and eons of lifetimes. And it's time for that energy to awaken, to give it a voice, to give it a color, a flavor, something. And that's what I do. I give the dark feminine a voice, not as to misuse in the opposite sex or the same sex, whichever works for you, but it's using our heartache and our pain to empower ourselves. So, what you once perceived it being a weakness, and turn it into your power and your strength, and it works for you, divine feminine. So we need this. We need more feminine energy to come into their Shakti, to empower themselves, to be able to stand up and say what they have to say without feeling persecuted or shut down or put in one particular place or position in work, in relationships. We have relationships with everything and everyone. Okay, so it's a person, a place, a thing. All right. We have a voice, and nobody is using it. And we need you to use your voice, but we need you to use it with using the goddess of Aphrodite, the goddess of love. We need you to step into that Shakti energy and say, I've had enough. I will not tolerate this mental abuse, emotional abuse, physical abuse, spiritual abuse, whatever it is, collective feminine. This is feminine or masculine, whichever is your dominant energy. We want to talk about the feminine energy. All right. So your voice matters. You have been undervalued, you've been dehumanized. So it's, yeah, it's about the communication and how we can better use this energy of eclipse to either leave a relationship that no longer serves us mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. Always involve the spirit, because the spirit is trying to give you the sign, the signal. Like, this person might say, I love you. This person might say, hey, baby, it doesn't matter. Honey, baby, sweetie. But their actions are everything. Okay, so I want to bring this up, but I just seen a post the other day, and it was very sad. I wish I would have seen it sooner, and I could have helped the person. However, I didn't. But this person was being physically abused, this feminine energy. But she loved this person. I know, I get it. You put in all your time, your effort, years of trying to think and believe that this person is going to just change one day, and it doesn't. Well, that's what happened to her. She kept taking the flowers. Oh, thank you, baby. I know, I forgive you, this, that, and the other thing. Bullshit. And it happened 5 times before he was giving her flowers. After every time he abused her, and I mean he abused her, he beat her to a pulp till she had black and blue eyes. She couldn't see straight, broken nose, whatever. Kept giving her the flowers, kept giving her flowers. I'm sorry, baby. I love you. That is not love. That is not love. That is his pain. And you are taking on that pain. Okay? You're taking that pain instead of this masculine energy dealing with it, sitting in it. Where's it coming from? I love this person. Why do I want to abuse her? Right? Excuse me. So, personally, I've been through it all: mental abuse, spiritual abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse, you name it. Well, my Shakti has opened up, and I said, that's enough. I can't take it anymore. I know my worth. Okay? You are worthy, and you don't believe you're worthy of the love that the divine has set aside for you. And until you believe that you're worthy and you give that love and compassion and understand why you're doing it, is because you will attract what you are, what you settle for. Okay? You should be first. Number one. All right? God made women to carry babies, to take care of them. You name it. If you're a divine feminine and you're just taking this shit, you're being put down, mistreated, it's got to stop. And we're going to use this energy to do that. So this video is to empower you and to ask you to look at this situation that's right in front of your face. Okay. Actions. What's your environment look like? How are you being treated? What is this person's actions? How do they treat their mother? Okay. Number one, how do they treat their mother? Because they're not going to treat you, divine feminine, and that's what you are to me, a divine feminine. How are they going to treat you? Okay. Listen to the way they talk to their mother, their actions with their mother. You know, it stems from somewhere. And it's time that we're not putting down the opposite sex here, okay? This is why we work with the goddess Aphrodite, the goddess of love. We are not here to misuse. So when we work with a dark feminine energy that's come before us and already experienced this shit, you know, Medusa, she retired to a cave and started turning men into stone. Okay, we don't have to do that. What we do when we awaken our Shakti, our compassion, our unconditional love for ourselves, is we melt the opposite sex heart. We melt it. This is a love that they will never, ever experience in their life, or they never have, from their mother, from their father, from their whoever, right? So you have a voice and it matters. So stop letting yourself be undervalued, unappreciated, right? If this is going on for you right now, it's feminine versus the masculine, mind over heart. Okay, we got to get our minds, we got to get our heart straight. I did that. I got my mind and my heart straight, and I said, me first. I matter. My voice matters. My experience matters, and I'm here to share that. I've had many experiences in relationships that could have ended up so much different if I would have known it, but I don't regret it. It's valuable. And this is what I'm giving you, value. And I want to ask you, why do you settle? Do you not feel lovable or good enough or worthy of the divine love that's waiting for you? Because you are. And I'm here to tell you how beautiful you are. You are amazing. Right? It's that inner dialogue that when you look in the mirror every morning, divine feminine energy, right? Talk to. What do you say to yourself? Right? What do you say to yourself? Where does that voice come from? Right? That manipulative, narcissistic, possibly, whatever. Where does it come from? Where did you decide that, okay, because he said it or she said it, that's who I am? That's a label. We're smashing labels and we're letting it all go. We're letting it all go. So I'm speaking up for all divine feminine energies that have been afraid of being shamed, persecuted for saying how they feel, by being vulnerable and being in that Shakti energy of unconditional love and compassion for yourself first. Now, this is why we do it. This is why we do the inner journey. This is why we say, fuck off, right? And I can do better. I am better, right? I am these things. I am love. I can give it to myself. I don't have to chase or work hard for love. I don't have to be manipulated, abused to be loved. No, we give it to ourselves. This is about the self. So self-reflect today, collective. Start working with that dark feminine energy that has not been able to speak up for itself. It's been buried. It's been manipulated. Bring it up today. Bring it up and use it to walk away from that person that is so abusive and mistreats you mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. And I mean spiritually, right? Be aware of how this person is, his actions with your children. Okay? Your children are trying to tell you that this person's no good. He's got to go. Your animals, your pets are afraid of this person. He's got to go. Listen to that energy, because that is the divine speaking, the divine innocent in your child, okay, is being manipulated, abused. And you don't want him or her to learn this, because they're going to do it in their own life. They're going to treat their kids that way, because it's a programming, divine feminine. It's, you've been programmed to, you don't have a voice, you shouldn't have an opinion, you can't do what men do. And again, this is not to abuse the masculine energy. This is to melt their heart and step into that divine feminine, and that Shakti goddess that says, I am first. And yes, be fucking selfish, okay? You are allowed to be selfish and go and allow yourself to buy yourself something. You sit down and cook your own meal. And here's the thing. I have an example, and this happened to me. And the divine said, you know what? Ask him one time, okay? And pay attention. But ask him one time, if you're cooking dinner, right? And you say, are you going to eat now? And he don't answer. You prepare your own meal. You sit down and you prepare your own space, your own meal. And then when the person comes up to you and says, where's mine? I asked you, and you didn't say nothing. And then see what happens, okay? But be your true, authentic self. Don't be afraid to be who you are, right? Sit your ass down, eat that meal, drink that drink, and then, like, it's on the stove. It's on the stove. Don't hurry up, get up, and, no. Okay? Take care of yourself. Because you know what? Divine masculines out there, you have never, ever experienced a true divine feminine. One that can be silent when you are in rage. One that cannot speak only from unconditional love and compassion. Right? Energy of grace has been taken from the divine feminine collective. And you need this back. You need this self-love, self-compassion. You need to be really patient with yourself, okay? Because it doesn't happen overnight. But this energy right now is asking you right now to leave, or that's it. It's now or never. It's now or never. Okay, you're going to sit there, you're going to say, oh, okay, I know. You're going to change tomorrow. I'm not going to lose hope. You're going to be expecting. You're going to be wanting or yearning for it. No, that's just going to drain you, divine feminine. It's going to drain your energy and your life force. And you're going to get you sick, right? You're going to be filled with resentment because you stay so long, and the resentment and the anger that you hold without being able to speak it, or feeling safe even in your relationship to speak it, that's a problem. You should always feel safe in your environment with the people that you allow into your space, your relationships. This could be your mother, your father. I don't care who it is, collective. A relationship got to be with you first. It has to be. There's no way or other way I can describe or say it. I see posts all the time on Facebook, where that dark feminine only wants revenge. It can only see the pain in that relationship. We need to heal that. We need to accept that we are more, we can have more, and want more for ourselves. All right. I did that shit. I will not settle. I am divinely guided and inspired to bring my experience, firsthand experience, many times. It took me more than 3 relationships, believe it or not, because the first 3 are there to teach you who you are and what you really want in a relationship, right? In a partnership. And then the last one finally comes around that you're least expecting because you did the work. You did the work. So, um, yeah, if you're being persecuted, you're not allowed to say what you feel. And this is their problem, right? Male or female, whatever. But I'm talking to the dominant feminine, dark feminine energy that needs to awaken. You need to give it a voice. Give your pain a voice. That's what I did. And now it's my power. It's my power. And my higher self, my inner being, shows me every day, even if it's family, okay? We got a lot of toxicity in the world, and I'm one of the first to leave it behind in my ancestry. I had to clean that up because I want to see a future with my grandchildren, their children, being able to have a voice and work with both energies equally, right? That masculine energy and divine feminine energy, we both have both, right? So masculine, speaking dominant energy, you have feminine energy, but guess what? You are going to be awakened from that divine feminine, Shakti, unconditional love and compassion, one way or another. All right. It's going to melt your heart because you know if you are a manipulator, um, if you are a narcissistic, toxic male or female, okay, um, that it is got to be looked at. That pain needs to be looked at because you masculine are not ever going to be happy either. You're going to keep chasing more than one woman and and experience many baby mamas, okay? We need to stop that. We need to open your heart too. And this is why I am not toxically talking like masculine's horrible. I once thought that because my heart was like, fuck that. Uh-uh. There was even a point that I said, well, hey, I just go get a female, but they're no different. All right? They're no different. Okay? Take no sides, no judgments. Only be aware that this eclipse energy is to catapult you forward in a new job, new career, new relationship. It's going to recreate the love that you have right now with the person that you have right now, if you know how to use it. If you know how to use it. So that's what I do. And I am offering the collective. It's in the description box. You can only email me because this ain't no joke. Okay, I do this shit every single day. It's not something that's one and done. It is a daily ritual. Even in society where you see the ignorant masculine energy, and that's the truth. There is. They were taught, though. It's a behavior that was learned and programmed. Like, this is the only way it is. It works. It worked for so long, but that's over. Because that feminine, dark feminine, is awakening and giving that pain a voice and saying, we deserve more. We want more. We should be first. Okay? And when I say be first, we also want to show our masculine compassion and unconditional love and say, I understand. I understand your pain. I'm always here if you want to talk about it. We got to open up. We got to open up. And we need more light workers, light beings activated, that sacred sexual energy. You can't have it if I say you cannot have it. All right? Protect that. That is not okay. So any of you, divine feminine or masculine, with the dominant energy feminine that you work with, you want more respect from your partner, you want more love, you want to be put first from your partner, you have to put you first. If they don't recognize that you are a divine feminine, they will mistreat you, abuse you. And it's the truth. Because that is the energy that you are putting out. This is the past way of being. This cannot be anymore. It should not be anymore. So give your pain a voice. Whoever sees this video, ask God. Because you're already forgiven. You just need to go inside and say, okay, I would like to deal with that. I would like to accept where I am right now and say, wow, I can change that, because it is a part of your programming, your mental capacity to love and understand what love is. See it through God's eyes. Unconditional love, right? The only person we judge is ourselves. And we need that resistance to see what we want, what we truly want. So this relationship that's not working out, that's abusive mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, is not, the contract's over. Even if there ain't a contract, because some people don't have a contract, they just, hey, this is what I know, and I'm going to keep learning it. I'm going to keep taking the beating, the abuse. I'm going to watch them beat my kids, maybe kill my kids one day. No. Fuck no. That's what needs a voice. All right? Listen to your kids. Listen. Even if, let's say your grandmother's in a nursing home and she's telling you she's being abused and you're thinking, now she just got Alzheimer's. Listen. There are people out there that don't love their jobs. They're working so fucking hard for the money that they really don't care about who they're working with or for. But God sees everything through you, through your eyes, through your soul. And He's trying to help you. He's trying to awaken you in this dark feminine energy and give it a voice. Again, not to misuse or even seek revenge outside of ourselves. We give that to the universe. We give that to God. And watch what happens when you go for you first. When you do the inner self reflection retrograde. So, and right now, communication could be really screwed up. It's Mercury retrograde. But I think it's only partial retrograde. I'm not sure. Yeah, if you have any questions, if you are experiencing this tower, this loop of relationships right now, it's now or never. Or you're going to end up like that person I told you earlier. She kept taking the flowers. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. I forgiven the person until the final flower she got was her family at her funeral. All right? I don't want that to happen to you. You're too worthy. You're too unique and beautiful and set aside the way God made you. God made you a powerful divine feminine. One with unconditional love for the self and others, compassion for others, because this dark feminine energy has not been awakened in the feminine collective, there's only been more pain created, more separation, and we separate ourselves from the source instead of working through it. Because once that divine masculine, that manipulative, narcissistic awakens, they know that that's the only love that's unconditional that they're ever going to experience, even before their mother, even before their father, whatever. So pay attention. And yeah, this is a little bit of what I've been working on. You know what? I'm not even asking for your likes and subscribes. Just share the video. I don't give a shit about likes and subscribes. If you want to, great. But it's not recommended. Just share it. Get this fucking video out to all that work with the dominant energy of the divine feminine, and ask the Blessed Mother, Mary, when you can't have compassion for someone else or yourself or your children, to come in and show you what that feels like. Invite that energy of Medusa in, because she's here to change it, to help us change it. She can't change the way it was, but she now is trying to show us feminine that hold this bitterness and hurt and heartache. It's only going to make us sick. It's only going to piss someone off because of all the destruction that you can do, feminine, to the power of the divine masculine. Like she did. She ended up beheaded. And we don't want that. We just don't want that. So she's here to work with that energy, awaken that dark feminine, and use it for the good, the greater good. Okay, this is the mission. This is the double mission for us women. And yes, remember what you're fighting for. You're fighting for love. And we want that to come out as a ripple effect collectively. And we need more. We need more of you to embrace that pain and use it as your feminine power. And stand in that power. Don't use it for revenge like Medusa did. It didn't end well. And she's trying to help us use it and use other deities and goddesses of unconditional love, the Blessed Mother and Goddess Aphrodite. Because even before us, now, there's women warriors, okay? You have both energies. We need emotional intelligence. This is the key. Emotional intelligence, even for the masculine. It is available to all of us, to all of you, collective. It's about mastering it in the self, defeating your own pain and suffering and inner demons. Okay, there's no fucking devil. There's no devil that's trying to destroy your relationship. It's your own inner demons. It's that programmed way of thinking, feeling, or responding and reacting to your person or in the world in general. So let's shift it. All right, help me shift it. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you're going through. All right, it's a safe space. I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to be the way shower. Okay, be the way shower, because all the relationships that I thought were there, and I believed that they were there to just destroy me, they almost did. Instead, I took that as a valuable lesson. And I said, you know what? I haven't seen past lives. Okay. I do past lives too. Could be cleaning that up as well. But my guides, my team in spirit, Jesus showed me my past lives. There is where we hide this dark feminine energy, we adapt to addictions, to drugs, complete fear of our own voice being manipulated or shut down, not being able to speak with confidence, our own authentic self, being vulnerable, you know, and it doesn't happen overnight. That's why I have the programs built for 30, 60, and 90 days, because you are in charge. I'm just going to guide, I'm going to coach you, I'm going to hold your hand all the way through it, you know. So if you're interested in working with me, even if it ain't me, there's plenty out there that are awakened their Shakti. And this is even from past lives, right? You might have experienced past lives, persecuted, Inquisition, you know, you name it. I've been there. And we got to clear that out first and feel the fire, feel that passion for life, for living, not burying it and afraid to look at it because you're going to be shamed, guilted, or maybe you're even prideful, right? I had that too. I was too prideful at one point to say, you know, no, they'll never listen, you know. But I had to work through that fear too. And by no means was it easy. And for those of you that want my life, you wouldn't want my life if you knew what I had to go through to change it for myself. But I have the shortcut, and it's not going to take you your whole lifetime. It's going to take you 30, 60, 90 days. Whatever you put in, you get back. I was not allowed to take shortcuts. I wanted to, but I knew in my heart, my soul, that I held so much resentment, so much fear, so much pain. I decided to use it as my power, and collectively and individually. I've watched my feminine women in my family as I tried to force it, because it was such a wonderful feeling to be able to speak up confidently, knowing that I am power. I am the biggest power in the universe, in my universe. And I'm allowed to choose. I have a choice. I'm allowed to feel. I'm allowed to express my feelings instead of holding them in and it making me sick and ill, because that's what happens. It all stays in the emotional body of energy. So that's what I'll teach you too. I'm going to teach you about the emotional bodies of energy and how to clear, release, transmute, and alchemize them into unconditional love. And not to forgive, by no means, we're not forgiving the person that hurt us intentionally or unintentionally, but we want to clear that up. We want to clear that up. It's for our own good. It's for our well-being. It's for our truth. It's not for theirs, I mean. But yeah, we forgive because some of us have a contract that we're meant to experience this, to show us right now what we desire in a relationship, in our partner, in our person, right? We don't know that unless we go through that stage first. So there's different stages that we go through in our relationship. Like the first one, like your first love. My first love, I could see, it was obvious that he was attracted to me, but he was also attracted to other women, but I didn't know better. I thought, well, I'm jealous, right? That energy, right? We don't need to be jealous. We don't need to be envious, ladies, of each other. We have our own personal, unique vibration and gifts, talents, abilities that are just waiting to be awakened through that dark feminine energy, through that voice, right? Through that healing process. And it is layers and layers of healing that I personally had to go through. Because, like I said, I didn't get the first three, right? I couldn't take any shortcuts, right? And then to top it all off, I attracted my, which is a label, the exact opposite of my light body, that compassionate, loving, because that's all I was. That's all, you know, I attracted the darker side of myself, and that awakened me. And believe me, you do not want to go through that. You do not. You want the shortcut. You don't want to just keep wondering and waiting and this person's going to change, that person's going to change. You have to leave that person behind because they're not coming with you. All right? This could be some of your family members. Some of them are not coming with you. They'll get there when they get there or they won't. And we have to accept that too. And that's painful. That has been very painful to watch in my own life. Yeah. But believe this. Once you set yourself up and you want more for yourself, for your loved ones, for your children, this energy of this eclipse and how to use it is for your benefit. Okay? It's now or never. We're not getting another one over 200 years from now, 230, whatever it is. It's where the sun, moon, and earth are all aligned for us. Okay? Everything is going to be dark for how many minutes, whatever. Use this energy wisely. Use it to move you, catapult you forward in your love life, your career, with your kids, relationships with your kids. That's another thing, it's a journey, and there's stages of healing that wounded inner child that has been silenced or, undervalued, dehumanized, whatever. Put a label on it if you want, where it fits. But you know what I'm talking about. It's time to break down the walls and let the divine in. Let the divine in and allow your soul to guide you. How do you feel right now? What is your environment speaking to you? The people in it. What is your relationship and exchange of energy outside of your environment, like in reality, in the world, right? Change your thoughts, open your heart, let the walls down, because the past can't be recreated unless you allow it to be recreated in this new relationship that's coming for you. If you're walking away, let's build that relationship with the self first so you can attract in that life partner, that one that's going to hold the door for you, the one that's going to show the actions of unconditional love. They're going to accept you for who the fuck you are, right now. You don't have to wait. You don't have to work hard. You could simply just be yourself. All right? So that's what I do. I'm a relationship life coach, master, intuitive, and psychic medium, energy healer. And I'm proud of it. I've came a long way. I pat myself on the fucking back. I don't need anybody else to. But it's appreciated. I can take a comment. I can take someone saying, "Oh, you're beautiful today," or "Wow, what did you do?" Yeah, I did. Thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate it. If you're one that's reflecting the fear and you're pushing away the love that you need to give to yourself, the divine is offering love all the time. It's all around us. And it's not no one's fault. It's not the divine masculine's fault. And it's not your fault. It's not your parents' fault. Stop fucking blaming people. You are old enough now to say, you know what, them were my past experiences. I'll look at that because I want better. I can see where I'm kind of playing the blame game or pointing the finger at my person and not really being accountable for my own creative thoughts that are starting to manifest in my relationship, because that's what we are. We are manifestors. So it's so important right now to focus on what you want, not what you don't want. Save your energy, right? Um, Take a step back and just allow that person to be who they are, and allow yourself to be who you are in that moment without the conflict. Let there be a resolution. And hmm, get out in nature, get grounded. Remember to drink your water. Because being in Aries, if you are in Aries, I believe personally, it goes by your dominant energy in your birth chart. However, it's really important to balance them all and know how to master them all. Like, I have fire in me, the violet flame of transmutation. And oh, by the way, you're going to be an alchemist when you do this inside job. And you're going to be able to do it and practice it every single day. Every single day. This is not something one and done. Okay? I've been doing it my whole life. I'm off of training. I'm not in the training anymore because I become the master. I became the teacher. And when the teacher arrives, the students are ready. So if you see this video and you like and you resonate, okay, um, then it's for you. It's timeless. Okay, it's very much timeless. You can come this a year from now, and that eclipse energy. And my intention right now is all staying put right here, because that don't change. My intention is to awaken the dark feminine in you and embrace it with compassion, love it, and share it. Share it. Do not be afraid to speak your truth, to be true to yourself. And you'll start to see that outside, because what we believe and feel inside is what you're facing right now. And I know it's crazy. It sounds nuts, but I did it. And I'm not going to come here to the collective and sit here and lie to you. I am 110 fucking percent authentic. And it took a lot of years. You might not have a lot of years, right? You might not have a lot of years. You might be already dealing with illness, sickness, disease, addictions, right? Habits, patterns that have just continually tried to destroy you. It's never too late. The divine said it's not too late to turn back. Yeah, turn back time too. All right? Turn back your time. Give yourself permission right now to say, I'm going to put me first. I'm not going to worry about the relationship right now. I'm going to allow my person to be who they are. And once that person feels, and it's the energy world that shifts first. Okay? It's the energy world shifts first from within as without. As above, so below. Right? So, I help with better communication skills, right? I help you be able to shift your mindset and get your mind right. Not so much focused on the past experience, to be more in the present now. Okay, because right now, wherever you are vibrating is your future. And if it don't feel good and it don't look good, and then it ain't. Right? Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Let your soul guide you. Okay? Let that inner feminine, inner masculine take hold, complete balance, energy, and watch what happens. I dare you. Test it out. Test it the fuck out. But it is your mind, it's your mental programming, it's your belief system that there's only one way. It's not true. If you've been programmed for it to be one way, you can unprogram it to be your own way, and that will work for you. Not what's been in the past. We already see that shit don't work. You can have longer, lifelong relationships, friendships, but we have to deal with what's inside of us first. And until we do that, nothing's going to change. It's going to be the same game that you've been playing. Might even get worse. Might even be death. Okay. So just so much value in my life's experience and learned lessons that I have to give to you, collective. And I didn't have to. Because I had the same shit in past lives, only what they showed me was to play out different in this life. Okay? And I did that. So are you ready to awaken your Shakti, your dark feminine, and be able to have long relationships, partnerships, really loving and caring and kind, and don't listen to their voice. Okay? Know what triggers you. When somebody says something to you that triggers you, that is you. Okay? So that needs to be looked at. And with that being said, 5:25 on the clock, which is my dad, my spirit guide, because he was passive aggressive, right? And my mom was depressed because the same thing, right? You were devalued, unappreciated. You know, he knows that now. He's actually helped me with that. And my grandma. All my ancestors that came before me. Because we are strong women, right? We're already strong because of everything that we've been through or that we go through. And there's no competition out there, ladies. I mean, if you want love, you must retreat and go within and be that love that you expect or that you're yearning for or you're longing for to come in. And the divine will send that love in. Or you'll just end up getting the same attraction type because you didn't take the time to look at it. Either way. Oh, yeah, about the energies and elements and just everything. There's so much that I want to show you, collective, and give back from my own personal experiences. And they work for me. So you will add your own tips and tricks along the way. But value everyone and everything that you're experiencing right now. Because if it didn't work out, it was a blessing in disguise for you. Um, it was there to show you what you really want or what you need for yourself. 555. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah. The deities Hecate, Medusa, goddess of love, Aphrodite, many. Look it up. Whatever one that if you're talking to your higher self, you're asking questions to God, it's going to come in. Just you need to be aware. You might not be focused on that right now. And this is something that you're going to need. Really hold your tongue at this time because we're in the Aries energy, which is it could go both ways, right? We can use it creatively, passionately. Um, yesterday I was so creative, cooking and all kinds of stuff. I do anyway, but it was really in depth feeling coming through. So use that when you're angry. Create something. Sit down and write down your feelings. Journal them instead of passing on the pain to someone else. Sit with it. Allow it to flow through you. Accept it for what it is. And yeah. So yeah, Spirit's saying there's relationships that are you're probably seeing the number 9. They're coming. But 2 as well. So this is about the relationship with ourselves first and foremost, and then all the relationship. This is why everything outside of you don't matter anymore. It's the relationship. It's the inner dialogue with yourself. Okay. And you're going to see the mirror outside of you. Okay. So if you have a problem with your person, we need to point the finger back here and say, okay, wait, where's that triggering me? And I'm going to offer it love and forgiveness so I can let it go and move past it. Okay. Because we're moving past and we're moving fast. The shit's happening fast. And you're still going to feel the energy. I've been feeling it for 2 weeks now, and it's just now the 8th. Okay. But this energy is to use for your benefit, not to misuse, because those who use it for their benefit and they want more for themselves, they're going to get it without reacting, responding in that manipulative way or that misuse of the divine feminine or masculine energy. So I can't tell you to stop being ignorant. I can't tell you to I can't even tell you to trust me to sit in that energy and that pain because I get it. I did it. One of the first. This is something that no one's ever done. This was my double mission. And if you want to know more, Spirit saying there could be a power struggle right now. Yeah, 828. 828. Okay, so we're bringing in unity consciousness. This is what they want me to say in all of our relationships. So we're telepathically starting to connect and call in all that we think and feel. Okay. That's another important thing they want me to put out there. But regardless, just go with the flow right now. If you're a water sign, really work on balancing your emotions. Get really grounded. Drink water. Go by the water. If you're an earth sign, get outside in nature. Your most dominant sign in your energy is important. Everybody drink water. Everybody stay grounded. But pay attention to your weakness, okay? We need to know that weakness so we can strengthen it and be more balanced in the self. And then with doing that, we'll do that collectively as well with that intention. That's what I do. um, so we're creating unity, consciousness, awareness. We're letting go of the power struggle, the competing with other feminine women. There's no need to compete. God made you imperfect to grow and expand and learn new things about yourself, and all of that you've been through is so valuable. Okay. Dang, I've been on here an hour. Time is even going really fast. All right, remember to be very kind to yourself, kind to others right now, and really set with the self. If you feel that you can't step into this creative energy and you want to get angry, you need to just grab a pen and a paper instead of speaking it, because we speak everything into existence. Okay? That is my famous gift. But right now, I want every divine feminine to awaken their dark feminine and start the healing process. If you have not, if you're already doing it, good job. If you need to speak your truth and you want to be authentic, you're safe here. Okay? You're safe to have your opinion versus my own, right? Because we don't experience it the same way. All right. I can't even say some's worse and some ain't, because that would be a judgment. And we have no room for that judgment, divine feminine. We are all connected. All right, we're all connected. You're not alone. I want you to know that first and foremost. I love you unconditionally for who you are, where you're at, who you're with. Let's do this, right? Make it happen. And with that being said, like I said, you don't have to subscribe, just share it. Share it. Because I'm doing the work for God. I'm doing the work for the divine feminine, divine masculine, right? Jesus, Blessed Mother. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'll never not do it, because it's a never ending thing. We have to make it a ritual to get really programmed and good at it. And that's what I've done. So if you want to find out more, all right, email me. You can find me on Google too, Ignite Your Soul, Merging Two Worlds. Let's see. And email is igniteyoursoul1122@gmail.com. All right. Yeah. So if you want to just get on the phone, have an interview with me, it'd take about 30 minutes, if that. Probably not. Because I'm always ready. I'm always ready, always willing to fight, to awaken the divine dark feminine and embrace it into the light, with your light feminine aspects, right? And use them both. This is the key to happiness. This is the key to unconditional love. This is the key. But there is a certain way to do it. And I'm not going to give you all details, but I did get that download and I wanted to share it so you could get the best out of this eclipse energy. Really get grounded. Again, I can't stress this enough. If you're someone that don't drink water, I get that too, but put a little lemon, put a little lime in it. It's even more purified if you set it out in the sun with an intent for more powerful healing to happen and more releasing. All right. Do that. But each element Look it up, Google it. What's the best way to work with the fire element is to be creative and passionate, and share it. Okay, and share it. I heard water, drink water, go by water, bubble bath, candle. There's incense, there's sage. Keep your energy focused on you right now. Don't really worry about anybody else because, yeah. And with that being said, I'm just going to leave it there. Take a walk, get out in nature, enjoy the sun, intend on the sun, that fire energy, to ground and heal your energies too. All right. Bye for now. Love you guys, man.